Hey guys, what's up? So today's day 16, I believe it's day 16th. Day 16th of everyday videos in January, and we're getting kind of to the middle of the month and we're kind of running out of ideas here. So, you know, I get some ideas sent to me every now and then I'll watch some of the other people that are doing this with me and they're doing some topics and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to steal that topic. So, I was watching, I believe, yesterday's Hardcore Reviews video, and they were talking about why they love YouTube, why they love it and hate it. So, you know, I'll just kind of talk about that. I don't have anything written down, so I'm going to try and hopefully cover all grounds and, you know, get out everything I want to say. No, but knowing me, after the video, I'll probably be like, damn it, I should have said that. But anyways, I love YouTube. It's so much fun. It's like watching TV, but with like people and things that you actually really want to watch. Mostly all the time, depending on how many subscriptions you have and how many videos they make and so forth. But first and foremost, I love watching people's videos. I mean, it's so fun. I mean, you basically subscribe to the people you want to subscribe to. So you basically see things that you want to see. And most of the people I subscribe to are pretty consistent for the most part, so it's like I always have awesome videos to watch. It's really fun. I usually do it when I'm like bored, when there's like nothing to do, and I'm like, which is hardly ever, but there are some times throughout the day where there's nothing to do, and I'll just, you know, check my YouTube and bam, there's like 10, sometimes 12 videos to watch, and it's so much fun. It's really great, and that's probably the #1 reason probably why everybody loves YouTube. So that's a good reason. Another good reason is making videos is really fun. I mean, to a certain extent, I mean, of course, when you're doing everyday videos in January, it's a little bit rough because it's like you got to do one every day and you got to have things to talk about and videos to make. But you know, when you're doing them kind of like on a consistent basis, where it's just like maybe once or twice a week, it's really fun, you know, to make these videos, get out what you want to say, and just kind of have a voice, you know, and people can either, you know, like what you're saying or not what you're saying, or don't like what you're saying, but the fact that you have an outlet and, you know, you get to really get out what you want to say, it's super fun. And the plus side is when people agree or like what you're saying, it's just really fun. Which kind of leads to another reason why I love YouTube, is like people commenting and like sending you messages and stuff. It's probably the reason why everybody makes videos. It's probably the #1 reason why. It's just like when you make something, it's like nothing better when you get like a flood of comments, and for the most part people are like, yeah man, that's awesome, or that's great, or you know, things, you know, stuff like that. You know, when you hear back from people, it's really awesome. It's really the best feeling. And a lot of times too, I get like messages, you know, people asking me things, and for the most part I like to, you know, get back to everybody. I usually do. Sometimes I don't, but for the most part I definitely try and respond back to people, reply back to comments. I usually do them like if it's like the latest 3 or 4, I'll you know, I'll reply literally back to you like that night. But you know, if it's like a video that somebody had commented on that I made like 2 years ago, which is awesome, I love that. Majority of the time I probably won't comment back unless it's like a question, or it all depends on what they're saying. But for the most part, if I do something like recent video wise, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna comment back or reply back, and that's awesome. I love the whole community type of thing, and that's another thing too. The community on YouTube, it's awesome. It's really fun. It's really true. You know, you do really make friends with people, not like hanging out, you know, calling up dudes type of way, but just in a way that, like, you know, you meet people on YouTube and, you know, people mention you in videos and vice versa, and, you know, you kind of get to the point where you're like, you make a video and you kind of expect the people to comment that you know are going to comment, and it's almost like you kind of know the person without actually knowing them. Like when I put up something, I kind of know what they're gonna say, and you know, it's really cool that way. There's so many people that like are regulars who comment on my videos that are awesome. So it's just a really cool environment and community where like we all kind of know each other. Sometimes it'll take at least like 3-4 comments from that person, then I'll be like, yes, I remember you, and you know, I just love that. That's awesome. And I think those are probably, I mean, there's probably more reasons, but you know, I don't know. There's probably more, but that's all I can think of like, you know, reasons I love YouTube. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, hating YouTube, and I don't hate YouTube at all. There's things about YouTube that kind of piss me off, but nothing really to the point where it's like, oh, you just want to smash something. But every now and then you get these stupid people, and everything else that bothers me about YouTube I can overlook it and, you know, not really give a shit about. But it's these people that, you know, you make these videos, right, and you put effort into it. Sometimes not as much effort, but either way you have to make some sort of an effort to put up a video. And then you always get these stupid assholes that are like, you know, they leave you stupid comments, and it's not even like if a disagreement or just like, you know, you're kind of wrong on that. It's just they're not really contributing to anything. They're just kind of like, oh, you faggot. It's just like, really, are we like in 1993? I mean, do people still randomly, not even 1993, but like, are we like in 2001? Like, do people really still do that? And it's always the same type of person, you know, those guys that like are so badass over the computer. You know, they have no videos on their profile, they have no information, no profile picture, nothing, no links to anything related to them, nothing. You know, the ultimate badass on the internet. You know, it's like it's probably like some like 12-year-old kid who, you know, probably doesn't have any friends, who probably gets picked on in school, and you know, his way of kind of, you know, releasing his aggression is going on people's YouTube and writing dumb stuff. That could be the only reason. It's just irritating. You know, if you're a YouTuber and you haven't gotten that yet, trust me, you will. It's just that they have nothing better to do. So the best thing to do is really not let it get to you. It's hard because they always know a way to like piss you off. They always know the right thing to say to just kind of get you going. And it's usually something like really stupid, like they'll call you like a fag, or you're stupid, or you're gay. It's usually the same thing. It's really the best that they can do, honestly. So what you want to try and do is, you want to do two things. You want to not let it get to you. It's hard, but second, what you want to do is just get back at them. Just write. Just, you know, you can get to their level, not, you know, you don't want to get down to like the dirty level like they do. You know, just kind of insult them back in, you know, in the politest way possible, you know, and then just block them. That's the best thing, because they can't do anything to you. It's actually the best thing, really, because they can watch your videos but not comment. So they can read your comment, or if the person really wants to attack them on camera, you know, they can just sit there and watch it, and they just have to take it. So it's really the best thing. There's really nothing else that really bothers me on YouTube. Anyways, guys, I probably rambled on way more than I should have, but those are just a couple of things I love and hate about YouTube. Check out everybody from Everyday January. I'll see you tomorrow.